The ultimate South Korea travel guide. Let's go. We indulged in quality Korean barbecue for just $10. We walked through majestic royal palaces just like a K-drama. And we witnessed breathtaking scenic landscapes completely for free. We're now here to give you the best and most informative South Korea travel guide the internet has ever seen. In this video, we give you everything you need to know. The best places to visit, the best things to do, and the best food to eat. All so that you could have the best South Korea trip possible. So let's go. Hi guys, my name is Angelica Wanders and this is Eileen Wanders, and we create budget travel guides all around the world. On this channel, we show you our easy to follow itineraries and also our costs and expenses in every trip. So if you want to travel around the world in the easiest and most affordable way possible, then hit that like button and hit that subscribe button because we make videos just for you. Stick until the end of this video because we give you the ultimate 7-day budget itinerary and also a cost breakdown so you can get an idea of how much a first-timer's South Korea trip could cost. And without further ado, let's explore South Korea. First off, let's talk about how to get cheap flights to Seoul. What we like to do is compare prices through platforms like Skyscanner and Google Flights. You can compare prices out of the entire month and choose the cheapest date. You can even filter them out from the cheapest option or the fastest option. Basically, being flexible with your dates can really give you more affordable options and save you a good amount of money. Another tip would be to stalk your local airlines daily. Follow them on social media, subscribe to their email lists, just do anything to stay updated so you're ready to hop onto any sale. Personally, we live in the Philippines, so we usually wait for piso sales from Cebu Pacific, wherein a round-trip promo flight can cost as low as 4,000 to 6,000 pesos per head. By the way, if you guys want to learn our secrets and strategies on how to book piso sale flights easily, you can check out our piso sale tutorial right here. Next up, when is the best time to visit South Korea? Well, that would depend on what colors you're hoping to experience. If you're after beautiful cherry blossoms and mild temperatures, it's best to visit during spring, which runs from March to June. Here are the peak dates of the spring blooming season for each region. But if you're just staying within Seoul, here are the best places to see cherry blossoms within the city. Feel free to screenshot. If you want to witness the autumn foliage and cooler weather, visit during the fall from September to November. Here are some of the best places to spot beautiful autumn leaves in South Korea. However, both of these seasons are quite popular, so expect more crowds and higher prices. But if you want to avoid the peak season, then winter from December to February might be ideal, especially if you enjoy skiing and want to witness snow-covered landscapes. Plus, you'll find fewer tourists and better deals on accommodations. Okay, so now that you booked your flight and finally arrived in Seoul, every tourist should pick up 3 things at the airport. Number 1, a pocket Wi-Fi. Before your trip to Seoul, I would highly suggest pre-booking a pocket Wi-Fi or a local SIM, so you have internet to navigate your way around South Korea. For short-term trips like 5 to 7 days, you can pre-book a pocket Wi-Fi which costs as low as $2.30 per day. But for longer-term stays, you can book a local SIM card for unlimited data which costs $46 for 30 days. Make sure you pre-book these in advance to get the best prices. For the most reliable and affordable pocket Wi-Fis and SIM cards in South Korea, I'll leave some of the links in the description below. Then in order to claim it, you just have to find their designated counter at the airport and they will help set up your internet for you. Number 2, the second thing to pick up at the airport is cash. From our own experience, we found that withdrawing money from ATMs abroad usually offer better exchange rates as compared to money changers. But don't worry about withdrawing too much because throughout South Korea, you can use your credit card for most transactions. However, if you plan to explore street food or buy from smaller local shops, this is when cash will be most needed. And number 3, don't forget to pick up a T-Money card. This reloadable transit card is your key to getting around Seoul on public transportation. It works for the subway, buses, and even taxis across the city. You can easily pick one up at any convenience store or T-Money vending machine right at the airport. The card itself costs just 4,000 won as a one-time fee. Then simply load it up, tap to ride, and you're good to go. Literally. And if you have any leftover balance at the end of your trip, You can get it refunded at any convenience store or train station. Okay, so now that you have everything you need at the airport, it's time to head to your hotel. Just a heads up, Seoul is about an hour away from Incheon Airport. So here are the 4 main ways to get into the city. First option, you can take the Airport Railroad Express. The RX train is a fast, budget-friendly option that takes you directly from the airport to Seoul Station in just 45 minutes. A one-way ticket costs about $7 one way, which you can conveniently pay with your T-Money card at the airport station. If you're looking to save even more money, you can opt for the slower all-stop train, which costs $3.50 to Seoul Station, but it has a lot of stops along the way. Second option, you can take the airport limousine bus. These buses drop off at various locations around Seoul, with travel times of about 60 to 90 minutes, depending on traffic and your destination. A one-way ticket costs $13. In my opinion, these buses are actually more convenient than the train, since the train stations in Korea are massive and you'll end up doing a lot of walking with your luggages. Whereas with the airport bus, you can hop off at your nearest bus stop. And the third option would be to book a taxi or an Uber. The priciest option, but the most convenient one. A taxi ride from the airport to downtown Seoul normally costs $50 to $70 one way, plus an additional $6 for the Incheon toll fee. But it will take you directly to your hotel, saving you a lot of hassle. And lastly, option 4 would be to book the late night bus. Keep in mind that the airport train only operates from 5:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. and the airport bus runs from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. If your flight lands after midnight, let's say around 2 a.m., you can catch the late night bus. However, the late night bus only makes 3 stops in Seoul. So if you're not staying near any of these stops, the easiest trick is just to hop off the bus at Seoul Station and book an Uber directly to your hotel from there. It may take a little effort in the middle of the night, but it's still cheaper than taking a taxi directly from the airport. Okay, so now you're an expert on how to get to Seoul. Another important question is, where is the best place to stay in Seoul? Well, for first-timers, there are 4 main areas to choose from: Myeongdong, Hongdae, Insadong, or Gangnam. So let me show you the differences between each one so it can help you choose which is the best area for you. Let's begin. First up, Myeongdong. Myeongdong is a shopper's paradise and one of Seoul's most famous spots for vibrant nightlife. Picture streets lined with endless cosmetic shops, street food vendors, and trendy dining options. It's busy, it's lively, and perfect for anyone who loves the hustle and bustle of the city. Plus, it's super central, making it easy to reach other parts around Seoul. Accommodations range from budget to luxury, so if you want to be in the middle of the action and don't mind the city's energy, Myeongdong is your best bet. Next, we have Hongdae. If you're looking for Seoul's artsy, hip, and young vibe, Hongdae is your spot. Known for its music scene, colorful murals, and lively nightlife, this area has everything from live performances to trendy bars to super cool arcades. This is where you'll find a lot of Gen Zs due to its proximity to universities, which makes the area full of budget-friendly eats and quirky cafes. It's perfect for travelers looking to experience the creative side of Seoul and dive into that edgy Korean culture. Next up, Insadong. Now, if you're all about traditional Korean culture within the heart of the city, Insadong is your place. Think tea houses, antique shops, and streets lined up with handcrafted souvenirs. It's the perfect blend of modern and traditional, where you can stroll down cobbled lanes and find a handbook rental shop right next to an art gallery. This area is a bit quieter than Myeongdong or Hongdae, but still bustling in its own unique way. For a more cultural and artsy stay in Seoul, Insadong would be perfect. And finally, Gangnam. Gangnam is like the Beverly Hills of Seoul. Upscale, trendy, and filled with high-end boutiques and luxurious accommodations. You'll find everything from designer stores to chic nightlife here, and let's not forget the famous Gangnam-style statue. This area offers a sleek and polished version of Seoul, ideal for travelers looking to experience the more glamorous side of the city. Accommodations here can be a bit pricier, but if you're into the high life, Gangnam will give you that taste of luxury. Seoul has many more neighborhoods to explore, like Itaewon, Sinchon, Dongdaemun, and Jamsil. But if it's your first time in the city, these 4 areas provide the perfect mix of everything Seoul has to offer. The city is super well connected, so honestly, just booking a decent hotel near a major bus stop or train station will do. I'll include links in the description for some of the best affordable hotels near some transport hubs, so you can have easy access to all the top tourist spots. And stick until the end of this video where we'll share an ideal 7-day budget itinerary for first-timers, complete with a cost breakdown, so you can experience the best of Seoul in just 1 week. Okay, so now that you've chosen your respective area and booked your hotel, this leads us to our next question. What are the best things to do in South Korea? And how much will I spend? Well, there are a wide range of activities and tours to choose from. If you're a nature lover, hop onto a rail bike and pedal through scenic countryside views. For a dash of history, slip into a hanbok and wander through majestic palaces like royalty. Or for some family fun, take a spin on a roller coaster at the country's biggest theme parks. Whatever your vibe, South Korea has something special for everyone. I highly recommend pre-booking your tours in advance. This can save you a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of hassle. Right now, I'm gonna share with you 10 of the most popular activities that travelers love, along with their price tags. And wait until the end to hear our number 1 spot. So let's start the countdown off at number 10. Visit Nami Island and the Garden of Morning Calm. Imagine Nami Island as a dreamy escape just outside the city, with enchanting tree-lined paths that feel straight out of a K-drama. It's breathtaking in every season, from spring cherry blossoms to vibrant autumn leaves, and even a winter wonderland under a blanket of snow. And getting there? Super easy. We booked a budget-friendly day tour for just $46, which covered everything: round-trip transfers from Seoul, entrance fees, boat fees, and a guide to show you all the best photo spots. The adventure begins with a pickup in Seoul, whisking you away to the romantic, fairy tale-like Nami Island. Then, the tour takes you through the Garden of Morning Calm, a peaceful garden filled with vibrant, colorful blooms. And for some extra fun, you can add on a rail bike experience to pedal through riverside forests, adding a unique twist to your Korean countryside adventure. With multiple highlights packed into one day, booking an all-in-one tour saved us time, money, and hassle. We just sat back and enjoyed the ride. I'll leave our discounted tour link in the description below. And if you want to save even more money, use the code AngelicaWandersKluk upon checkout. Number 9. Take a wild ride at South Korea's biggest amusement parks. First up, Lotte World is Seoul's ultimate playground, the Disneyland of South Korea. Perfect for all ages, with its mix of thrilling rides, magical parades, and even an all-year-round ice skating rink. Normally, tickets cost $45 for a day pass, but right now you can actually get it for 30% off using our discounted link in the description. Meanwhile, Everland, which is about 40 minutes from Seoul, is the biggest theme park in the country, boasting themed zones like Zootopia for animal encounters and incredible roller coasters that'll get your adrenaline pumping. Tickets start around $60, and this already includes a round-trip shuttle from Seoul, making it super easy and convenient to visit. Number 8. Witness Seoul from the sky. For a 360-degree view of Seoul, check out South Korea's 2 main iconic towers. Start with the Seoul Tower, perched atop Namsan Mountain, where you'll get a breathtaking panoramic view of the cityscape. Tickets to the observatory deck are just $14, inclusive of the elevator ride up, or for an extra $10, you can opt for the scenic Namsan cable car instead. It's also a favorite spot for couples, featuring a Locks of Love area where visitors leave colorful padlocks as symbols of their affection. Next, you can head over to Lotte World Sky Tower, aka the tallest building in Korea, with an observation deck on the 123rd floor, offering an unbeatable bird's eye view of Seoul for just $17. Both towers offer fantastic photo ops and easy access from anywhere in Seoul. This is the perfect activity to start any trip, giving you a dynamic perspective on the city. Number 7. Book the DMZ tour. Picture yourself standing at the border where South Korea meets North Korea, getting a close-up view of one of the most intense borders on the planet. And don't worry, you're not on some secret mission. It's a completely safe day tour. Your adventure kicks off with a pickup from Seoul, leading straight to the 3rd tunnel, which is a hidden passage once intended for invasions. It definitely has those James Bond vibes. Next up, it's off to the Rodora Observatory, where you'll actually be able to catch a glimpse of North Korea. How cool is that? And the best part? The tour starts at just $53 per person. When you book the DMZ tour, everything's covered. Transportation, entrance fees, and a guide who's ready to spill all the secrets and history along the way. It's an adventure, history lesson, and a global mystery wrapped up into one unforgettable tour. Number 6. Catch some snow. Looking for a winter escape from Seoul? The Vivaldi Park and Eobi Valley is your gateway to a snowy wonderland. This day trip is packed with fresh snow, crisp mountain air, and endless powdery slopes. Whether you're a beginner strapping on skis for the first time or a snowboard pro ready to shred, this day tour covers it all, including round-trip transfers from Seoul, entrance fees, and even ski and snowboard rentals. Normally priced at $95 per person, you can book this tour right now for only $56 by using our special 40% off discount link in the description. The tour starts with a pickup in Seoul, taking you first to Eobi Valley, a picture-perfect spot with sparkling icicles. Then it's off to Vivaldi Ski Resort, where you can choose from a range of slopes. But don't worry, if skiing is not your thing, there's plenty more to enjoy, like tubing, sledding, or just snapping photos in the snowy landscape. If you're in South Korea this winter, the Vivaldi Park and Eobi Valley tour is the ultimate way to enjoy the season. Number 5. Watch the Nanta Show. Get ready for an unforgettable night at Seoul's iconic Nanta Show. This is a wildly fun, kitchen-themed performance where chefs turn ordinary kitchen utensils into musical instruments, creating a high-energy show packed with acrobatics, comedy, and rhythm. The talented cast mixes traditional Korean folk music with modern beats, delivering pulse-pounding percussion and laugh-out-loud moments that keep you hooked from start to finish. Perfect for all ages, the Nanta Show brings together music, theater, and even a dash of martial arts, making it one of Korea's most popular performances. Tickets start at only $22, and the venue is centrally located in Seoul, making it easy to add this unique show to your itinerary. Number 4. Explore free nature spots in the city. Seoul Forest and Sokchon Lake are two beautiful urban havens right in the heart of Seoul. Both spots are completely free to visit and easily accessible by subway, making them perfect for a refreshing escape from the city buzz. At Seoul Forest, you can wander scenic trails, enjoy a peaceful picnic, or explore the eco-forest area to spot some friendly deer. Meanwhile, Sokchon Lake offers a picturesque loop around the water, especially stunning with cherry blossoms in spring or autumn's fiery colors. So pack some snacks and a picnic mat. Both spots give you a slice of nature without leaving the city. Number 3. Go palace hopping in a hanbok. Step into Korea's rich history as you explore 5 royal palaces in the heart of Seoul, with Gyeongbokgung as their largest and most prestigious one. Typically, entrance fees to each palace cost around $2, but here's a travel hack. Admission is completely free for all palaces if you're dressed in a traditional hanbok. Trust me, wandering these iconic sites in a hanbok doesn't just save you money, it'll also make your social feeds look straight out of a K-drama. Rentals start at only $11 for a 4-hour rental, and it even includes basic hairstyling to complete the look. Then afterwards, you can also explore the nearby Bukchon Hanok village, a charming historical village filled with centuries-old Korean houses. Palace hopping and strolling through these narrow alleys truly feels like stepping into a different era. This experience is a must, especially if it's your first time in Seoul. Number 2. Pick up a book at the Starfield Libraries. If you're in Seoul or Suwon, the Starfield Libraries are a must-visit. Start with the iconic Starfield Library at COEX Mall in Seoul, a 2-story marvel featuring 13-meter high bookshelves filled with over 50,000 books and magazines. This vibrant space is perfect for relaxing with a good read, grabbing a cup of coffee, or simply snapping photos against its cool architectural backdrop. Now, the newest Starfield Library in Suwon offers a bigger, grander, and more Instagrammable design with much more seating and much more cafes. Best of all, both libraries are completely free to visit, making them a paradise for book lovers and cafe hoppers alike. And for number 1, last but not least, our number 1 favorite thing to do in Seoul is this. If you're hunting for the best budget eats in Seoul, we've got you covered. We explored 20 different food stops, from viral street food and affordable Korean barbecue to cozy cafes by the waterfalls, only to bring you the top 50 best affordable eats and drinks in the city. In our separate food vlog, we try out 50 different bestsellers at 20 legendary food spots, and we give you our 100% honest reviews. Plus, we also break down the costs and prices per dish to help you budget your own food trip with your friends. For the full food list and price list, check out our Korea Budget Food Guide, which is up on our YouTube channel. This food vlog will help you save money on your next Korea food trip. Well, those were the top 10 most popular tours and activities in South Korea. So you can choose which one best fits your lifestyle. And if you have extra days, there are also amazing spots outside of Seoul that's worth a visit. Like Busan for its stunning beaches, Jeju Island, aka the Hawaii of South Korea, Sokcho for its beautiful mountain views, and Gyeongju, a historic city with ancient temples and royal tombs. And honestly, if you're looking for the most budget-friendly way to experience all of Seoul's main attractions, I highly recommend pre-booking your tours in advance. It's usually cheaper to book online than booking on the spot, and day tours are super affordable, covering everything from transpo to entrance fees, so you can hit multiple spots in a single day without the hassle of planning. Just pick your tour and enjoy the ride. Again, I'll leave all of the discounted links in the description below. And don't forget to use the coupon code AngelicaWandersKluk for an extra discount. But if group tours aren't your thing and you'd rather explore on your own, that brings us to our next question. How to get around Seoul DIY style. Let me give you 4 of the best ways tourists can explore Seoul on their own. Number 1. Commute. Seoul's subway and bus stations are fast, affordable, and easy to navigate. They're the best budget-friendly ways to reach major tourist spots in the city, and you can conveniently use your reloadable T-Money card to tap on and off at the stations. Since Google Maps isn't widely used in Korea, Naver Maps is your go-to app for directions. Just enter your starting point and destination, and it will show you the best routes, subway lines, and bus connections, depending on where you're coming from and where you're headed. Number 2. Book a taxi or an Uber. Taxis in Seoul are widely available, clean, and convenient. However, just be aware that not all drivers speak English, so it can be helpful to have your destination written in Korean or use a translator app. Otherwise, you can book rides directly using the Uber app and simply pin your exact destination to avoid any miscommunication. Number 3. Take the hop-on hop-off city bus tour. This open double-decker bus offers a comfortable and flexible way to explore Seoul's top attractions at your own pace. With 15 convenient bus stops, including popular spots like Myeongdong, Namsan Park, and Bukchon Hanok Village, simply hop on and hop off at any point on the route, with buses arriving every 30 to 40 minutes, making it stress-free without the need to plan routes. A day pass costs only $18 per head. And option 4 is to book a private car. Okay, now hear me out. This is honestly the best DIY option for exploring Seoul, and it's actually more affordable than you'd expect. While private cars might seem pricey, they can actually save you loads of time, money, and effort, especially if you're traveling with a group. You can easily book a 10-hour private car charter with a driver, fully customize your itinerary, choose the places you want to go, mix and match tours, and skip any attractions you're not interested in. It's your own little adventure for 10 hours. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. And the best part? Diesel is already included in the cost. For a 10-hour car charter, the price can go as low as $178 for 6 people. So if you're with a group of 6, that's only about $30 per head. Let me repeat, including fuel. Imagine exploring Seoul with your own private car and driver for just $30 each. This is seriously the ultimate budget hack if you're traveling with a group. I'll leave the links in the description so you can book these affordable car rentals. Well, now that we've covered the best areas to stay, the best things to do, and the best food to eat, it's time for us to put it all together and form the ultimate 7-day budget itinerary and cost breakdown. Feel free to screenshot or save this video for future reference. And please note that the prices are considering that you've traveled with a partner, so in some cases, you could split the costs. So let's talk pre-expenses. Before your trip begins, you generally booked your piso sale flight, your hotels, and your pocket Wi-Fi's in advance. Your pre-expenses would probably amount to around $259 per head. On day 1, you'll arrive in Seoul and can either take the RX train or the airport bus to your accommodation. After checking into your hotel, you can head over to Cafe Pokpo for an iced coffee with a view of the waterfalls, a perfect pick-me-up after your long flight. Next, visit Seoul Tower for breathtaking panoramic views of the city. And don't miss the charming Locks of Love area where you and your partner can add a padlock together. Then in the evening, dive into Myeongdong's lively street food scene to celebrate your first night in Seoul. The total estimated cost for day 1 would be around $44 per head. Now day 2 is all about immersing yourself in nature. Join a budget-friendly day tour that picks you up in Seoul and takes you to Nami Island and the Garden of Morning Calm, where you can enjoy stunning tree-lined paths and gardens. For a bit of extra fun, consider adding the Ganchon rail bike experience. This tour includes transportation, entrance fees, and boat fees, all for just $46 per head. Then after a day of exploring, return to Seoul and unwind with a dinner in Hongdae, where you can savor a mix of international and Korean cuisine. The total estimated cost for day 2 would be around $68 per head. On day 3, you can dive into Korea's rich history. Start at the Gyeongbokgung Palace, where you can rent a traditional hanbok for free entry and capture some K-drama inspired photos. Next, wander through the nearby Bukchon Hanok village, a charming neighborhood with traditional Korean homes. And for a coffee break, you can stop by Cafe Onion, a century-old home transformed into a cozy cafe. Finally, wrap up your day with a lively Nanta show, a kitchen-themed comedy performance with tickets starting at $23 per head. The total estimated cost for day 3 would be around $61 per head. On day 4, enjoy a full day at Lotte World packed with thrilling rides, magical parades, and attractions for all ages. Admission is usually $45, but with our discount link, you can snag tickets for only $25, which is around 40% savings. After a day of fun, wind down with a nice dinner. And remember, if you're looking for dinner ideas, our Korea Budget Eats vlog is up on our YouTube channel. The total estimated cost for day 4 would be around $45 per head. Day 5 kicks off with an adventure to the DMZ. Dive into the intriguing history of the border between North and South Korea on this full day tour. For just $53, all transport and entrance fees are already included. Then afterwards, wind down with a fun dinner at the Gwangjang Market to try out the viral noodle soup and other delicious street food. The total estimated cost for day 5 would be around $75 per head. For day 6, start your day with a peaceful morning at Seoul Forest, perfect for a stroll or a scenic picnic, and keep an eye out for friendly deer walking along the trails. Afterward, head over to the stunning Starfield Library in Co-X Mall. This unique space is a favorite for its towering bookshelves and photogenic ambience. Spend the afternoon relaxing with a coffee at the library or exploring the mall's shops. Then end the day with a casual dinner nearby. The total estimated cost for day 6 would be around $22 per head. For day 7, your last and final day, enjoy a relaxed morning picking up any last-minute souvenirs and savoring one last delicious meal. Then take some time to unwind before heading back to the airport to bid farewell to Seoul. The total estimated cost for day 7 would be around $25 per head. And there you have it, the ultimate 7-day budget itinerary for first-timers. If you add all of it together, the total estimated cost for a 7-day, 6-night South Korea adventure would be, drumroll please, $599 per head. This is inclusive of flights, hotel, food, transport, tours, and activities. And just a disclaimer, this cost breakdown is considering you snagged the piso sale, booked budget accommodations, joined budget tours, and ate really cheap food. Consider this itinerary perfect for budgetarians. But if you want fancier food, a fancier hotel, and want to book more tours, you'll need to allot more money for that. And of course, you can explore other places around South Korea like Busan, Jeju Island, Sokcho, and many, many more. At the end of the day, there is no perfect itinerary. There is just your itinerary. Ask yourself, what do you want to do? Do you want more free time? Do you want more tours? Or do you want more food? Figure out what you want, then form your perfect itinerary from there. Our 7-day itinerary is simply a guide, ideal for first-timers who want to witness the best of South Korea within a short span of 7 days. Also, we try to keep our vlogs as least personal as possible. But I just want to mention this because this was actually the main reason we booked our flights. And that was to attend Twice's fan meet, which was a K-pop event. So that's another thing you can do in Korea because concert tickets are dramatically cheaper here as compared to the Philippines. Like VIP tickets in the Philippines are like $300, whereas here in Korea, it can go as low as $70 to $100. So just consider your Korea trip like saving money. Okay, I'm joking, but we were just so happy to see Twice again for the 3rd time. On this channel, we teach you guys how to save money when traveling, how to book cheap flights, how to book cheap hotels, and just a whole lot of travel hacks. So if this travel guide helped you in any way, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below if you have any questions about Seoul. We do our best to reply to every single comment, so don't be afraid to ask. That's it for today. We hope you guys enjoyed this travel guide, and we hope you enjoy your trip to South Korea. This is Angelica and Eileen Wanders. Never stop wandering.